Was there any like legacy issues to why you want to go there, or did he want to let you make your own decisions?
No, I mean he let me make my own decisions in the recruitment process. Notre Dame obviously offered me along with a couple other schools, and he actually came to my Notre Dame visit because he was out there, and he came over, and but he's the one who actually kind of helped me along with the process and told me to go based off the 3 A's: athletics, atmosphere, and academics. And so I kind of went forward in the recruitment process with that.
This is going to be
This rivalry isn't, it was pretty big for a while, and it's kind of waned in recent years. Are you hoping to sort of add to that and take it up to another level this weekend?
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of history behind the rivalry. Two Catholic schools. I mean, it goes on. There's been a lot of really heated and contested battles, and I mean, it's an honor to even be able to play in it, play against Notre Dame, and then like to continue this rivalry. But yeah, I guess it's nice to be able to put my footprint on it, so add something to the history, but it's not any extra pressure or anything like that.
Do they, in team meetings, ever talk about the history, like the David Gordon game-winning field goal back in, I think, '93? Does that stuff come up at all, or?
They don't. Nobody's really gone deep into detail about it. Obviously, we got the background of Notre Dame, the rivalry, and I mean everybody's seen video clips and highlights and things like that. And we understand the gravity of the rivalry, but we don't really talk about the individual games from the past. More just focus on this one this Saturday.
You say there's no more pressure on you, but is there more like to get out there and just because you want to put your stamp on BC-Notre Dame, given your family history? No.
No, I'm a really level-headed guy. I try to treat every game the same, and it works really well for me. I mean, my grandfather will be there, my family will be there, and I mean, like I said, it's an honor, and I'm humbled to be able to add on to it, onto the rivalry. But I'm gonna go out there and do my thing, regardless of who we play.
Be honest. So I know it's one game at a time, 1 week at a time. But how much were you looking at this one? When you saw it on the schedule at both points, you were like, all right, this is special.
I mean, yeah, it was special for my family more so than to be honest, like it wasn't really. I looked at it as in like, ooh, like we gotta go beat those guys. Like that's how I approach every game. But it was more like it's really cool because I remember a part of me not 100% wanting to go to Notre Dame was because I wanted to start my own legacy. And my grandfather did wonders there. Phenomenal player, phenomenal person, student as well. And nothing against him or Notre Dame. I just wanted to, be a part of making my own legacy somewhere else, and I'm trying to continue to do that here. But as far as like looking forward to it, definitely it's a really cool experience for my family. My mom grew up loving Notre Dame. Now I'm here. We're playing against them. I'm sure my grandfather's gonna be up wearing a BC hat and all Notre Dame gear. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
I think I think I had to ask about this because we talked about it when we were freshmen or whatever. But yeah, part of it was like wanting to kind of reshape or reimagine what people think of doing in football.
Yeah.
When you look at it now, it's like on the cusp of the ACC rushing record. You have the rushing records here and the touchdown records here.
Yeah.
How much do you think you have, like, not being able to like toot your own horn,
Yeah.
but kind of like chip away at that mission?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been one to not really focus so much on individual stats or my achievements or anything like that, but just being like truthful and with the missions I had set out my freshman year, I feel like being a kid from Connecticut, playing in a school like BC, a Northeastern school, and continuously being consistent year after year, week after week, it's kind of shown that people from up here, people from the Northeast, can play at a very high level. BC is a very capable school academically, and which everybody knows academically, but also athletically, and I'm just continuing to do that every week.
First time you've been to Notre Dame since the visit, obviously, right?
Yep.
Can you go back to the visit? You talked a little bit about how much you watched the film.
So my grandfather had video clips and stuff of him back there with Joe Theismann in the Cotton Bowl. I'm pretty sure against Texas, and stuff like that. So I kind of grew up watching Notre Dame. I've visited there before when I was younger, and then I went to camp up there, the Irish Invasion. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. And then I went up there for a visit, and he was there too. And I just walked around. It was pretty cool to see the legacy he had there, all his records. His name up on the boards and stuff like that. And even since then, being inducted into College Football Hall of Fame. So it was a cool experience, And then it's humbling to have somebody I can look up to like that and see what he's done, and just kind of just keep trying to cement my own legacy.
I was talking about the mystique, like the touchdown Jesus, Golden Dome, all like gold helmets, all that good stuff. But when you were on campus, did you were you able to kind of get that vibe from?
Yeah, I definitely say it's like it is very cool. I mean, it's a really cool thing to see. It's one of a kind, just like the big house at Michigan.
Right.
When I visited there, it was like, whoa, like walked in, you see 110,000 seats. And so I feel like Notre Dame is definitely one of those places where you have the touchdown Jesus, you have the Golden Dome, the helmets, they're like made with the paint from the dome, something like that. So like, it's definitely really cool to see how they uphold that tradition, and it's a field and a venue that has had lots of history to it. So it's really cool to have the opportunity to play there. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna just play football.
When you're like, what,
2 more for AJ.
when you're like 16, 17, right, you're like, yo, I'm trying to, I understand this is my grandfather's legacy, but I'm trying to make my own. How tough of a decision is it to make that? Because I know you're also dealing with injury, you're at home with the family a lot, thinking about it that way.
Yeah.
And some things start becoming clear to you. But how hard is it to say like, nah, I want to step out
Yeah,
this game?
I mean, it was tough at first. I mean, when I committed to Michigan, I'm pretty sure I don't really remember, I had like 17 offers or something like that, and I was set. I was like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. And then time kept going on, I kept getting more and more, and I was like 30 something at the end of my recruitment. And after you mentioned I got injured my senior year, and I got time to think about like where I would feel best, like without, like if football were to end, because you can't predict anything like that. And BC was a place for me, but yeah, no, it was tough to, because I had grown up watching Notre Dame football, and so it was kind of tough for me to be like, you know what, like this is something I want to do, but I kind of went with my gut, and I feel like it's panned out well.
You do what's best for AJ. In this case, you come to a school with a 12 personnel system and offensive linemen like Lindstrom and Baker and Petrula. And how has that played into,
I mean, yeah, our offensive line is great, and it's worked out well, I guess.